Welcome back, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Tasteless, Mega Man X. Clark, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. It's still the same day.
You looking fine.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I got a Hadouken.
Not yet. You're about to grab it. I was actually.
So I unlocked Hadouken.
I was going to laugh if you actually
Fell.
fell.
I give you special presents. Alright, so we did all that bullshit off camera because it's bullshit.
It's just boring, just watching him fall into a pit repeatedly until this thing shows up. Hadouken! 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 Hadouken!
Alright. Now, exit. Escape, you!
Escape you, not fire! Fire escape!
So, we were talking about Castlevania. Yeah, okay, so in the remake for PSP, Maria, you can play as Maria, and she has her animal friends. Her basic attack, she throws out her little doves and stuff like that. She has the dragon and whatnot, and the owl, I think. Is an owl? I don't remember.
Yeah, there's an owl.
I don't really remember. I never did beat the game because it's hard as shit. But, from what I understand, in the Saturn version, she punches and kicks.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Very interesting. And she has a moveset similar to Richter, where you can do certain moves and she'll do certain things.
Right. Where he kind of had this little button that puts like fighting game characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool. She probably has all those animal friends because she was a character in the Castlevania fighting game. You remember that?
I do.
And she was a little girl in that one. But she had the owl and the staff and all that.
Well, she was also playable in the original Dracula X if you unlock her.
Did she?
Yeah, oh shit.
Huh.
Not Dracula X. Rondo of Blood.
Rondo of Blood?
Yeah.
Ah.
The one that never came out here.
Right.
Fuck me! I hate this fucking part. No, they ported... I'm using humongous air quotes here. Ported Rondo of Blood to Super Nintendo and called it Dracula X. And it was almost the same game, but not.
Almost the same game, but not.
I haven't played it in so long, but I don't think you had the branching paths like the original Rondo of Blood did. It was just straightforward linear. And it wasn't as good as like Castlevania 4, for instance, because they kind of regressed. They went back to the you have to buy an engagement ring for your fucking jump arc. When you jump forward, you're committed to that shit.
Oh,
you can't control your jump. You're married to your jump arc. You can no longer use your whip in any fucking direction, like in Super Cast 4. Fuck! God, I hate this part so goddamn much.
I'm just sitting here watching you.
You can no longer swing your whip in any goddamn direction like in Super Castlevania 4, except with the exception of you can swing it down while you're jumping, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it helps.
It does. It kind of goes back to. I mean, Super Castlevania 4 is great and all, but just like it's been said before in some other review videos, it kind of takes away from any sort of need for your heart weapons. Because you can whip in any goddamn direction, fuck it.
Right.
So that was kind of cool that they went back to that in Dracula X. But if you take into account what Dracula X is, excuse me, it's a really shitty port of a much better Castlevania game. Rondo of Blood is really good.
I don't think I played Rondo.
No, fucking! It happened again. Okay, there's missiles, and I'm homing missiles, and they're gonna fuck shit up. I'm gonna just and fuck shit up before they can hit to me. And so Rondo of Blood is a really fucking good game, though.
In closing, while Tommy rages, Rondo of Blood's a good game.
That's what I gotta think of. Just Rondo of Blood. It came out on the PC Engine. It's a Japanese version of the TurboGrafx 16, I believe. Jesus. And it had branching paths. It was linear. It had linear stages.
But you do different things in different stages and end up at a different stage.
Right.
It's like on how it is in the PSP version.
Yes.
Okay. Because I remember that was in the PSP version. I don't remember that because it was Super Nintendo. But I didn't really play
because that was a port. It just changed every time. Like, yeah, I got you now. I got you now, bitch.
And here it comes.
No magic, not fucking missiles. Ha ha!
And he unexpectedly respawns and comes and knocks you off again.
No, there's no room for naysayers on this show, Chris.
Oh yes, there is.
Yeah, I guess that's all the show is.
That's all the show is, and that's my whole entire job while you play.
Yeah, just wait till we start playing Bloodborne, until you start playing Bloodborne. I'm gonna shit talk you so hard. Oh.
Unfortunately for you, I have every bit of confidence in my Bloodborne skills.
We'll see. I mean, you have died already a few times. Quite a few.
On Bloodborne?
Haven't you?
No, I haven't died once.
Shut up. That's my own headcanon.
That's my own headcanon. You've died a lot of times right
Yes.
at the beginning. I freaking went into that mob of all those villagers right at the beginning where there's like 10 of them or whatever.
Yeah.
And I fucking killed them all.
You did, didn't you?
Yep.
Oh well. You're gonna die today.
And I didn't even get all that hurt.
You'll die today. Vicar Amelia will tear you up.
I will stand corrected. I did die one time, and that was for Father Gascoigne.
That's right. Gascoigne killed you a few times.
No, he killed me once.
It wasn't once.
It was once. He killed me once, and I came back and completely wrecked his shit the second time.
You know what? Bring up that footage right now. Just insert it right here.
Insert that footage of his deaths right here.
Yeah. We're going to prove somebody wrong. Here we go. Flashback.
Okay, we still haven't seen the footage. We have to put this.
See? I told you I was right or wrong.
We haven't seen it, so you can't say shit. You have to wait until another episode.
You're ruining the magic part. Kill me, Vile. Kill me, please.
Your editing magic isn't that legendary yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Thank you. Thank you for not killing me.
Someday we'll have another screen where we can pull up that footage and we can look at it while we're on.
Yeah.
And dispute it. But for now, I'm pretty sure I've only died once to Father Gascoigne. I came back the second time and beat him.
Well, we'll see. Either way, you're going to die today on Bloodborne. Vicar Amelia will tear you up. That's my prediction. That is my prediction.
I probably won't be fighting Victor Amelia for a while.
Insert the footage here of Clark getting wrecked by
Victor
preemptively wrecked by Vicar Amelia. Hasn't even happened yet, but it'll happen.
Just find some random playthrough of something fucking fucked up by
No, dude, I'll fucking upload my playthrough. The last Bloodborne video I uploaded was me fucking beating Vicar Amelia with no damage. taking no damage whatsoever. I've got that. It's on my channel.
We'll load that up and be like, God damn it, Clark.
Yeah! Yes!
Now I'm glitched and I'm paralyzed forever.
I don't care. It'll wear off eventually, I think. I hope. Or just glitch the game. There we go. Zero, no!
Zero! You lost your legs, man.
Or his legs are off to the side because it's 2D. Who knows?
And he's bent at a really weird angle then. Not that it matters, he just faded to non-existent, but apparently he's still around.
Oh yeah, we were going to argue about something else, weren't we? Chrono Trigger Cross.
Yeah, Chrono Cross Trigger thing. That was the other thing that we were talking about off camera.
Yeah.
That kind of stirred up a little bit of some emotions here.
A little debate. A little emotional debate.
I awoken the defense of Tommy in the defense of a horrible game.
It's not a horrible game!
I did eventually concede that it wasn't a horrible game because I did play through it and did master it. But it definitely is not as good as the original. Well, we were also talking about how it was supposed to be, how it's not a sequel to Chrono Trigger.
Okay, it's a sequel, but it's not. It has its own story. It's its own story.
Well, of course it has its own story. You can't rehash the original story because the original story is already over. What I was saying is it's a sequel because it has it still has to do with Lavos, and everything that's happening in Chrono Cross happened because of what they did in Chrono Trigger. So it's therefore a sequel.
Search dying and being split between two dimensions. What did that have to do with Chrono and his adventures?
What did that have to do with Chrono?
How is it caused by Chrono's adventures?
They explained it at the end.
Because from what I remember, the reason why the dimension split to begin with is Wait, let me...
The reason why the dimension split to begin with is because
He was supposed to die.
He was supposed to die, but he didn't die in one dimension. But the dimension that he's alive in is actually the fake dimension.
Right.
Which exists because he's not supposed to be alive. He's the chrono trigger. So since he didn't die in one of the situations he didn't die, they created that alternate dimension.
Well, it was because... Okay, that's what it was. While he was drowning, on that boat with his dad, out there in the Dead Sea or wherever the fuck it was, ice. His cries were heard by Shala throughout the fucking gap of time, and she's the one who saved him by splitting the dimensions.
Right, but Shala's part of Lavos. And that's why she wasn't. Huh?
At the time, she wasn't.
Yeah, she was.
Was she?
Yeah. She's always been part of Lavos.
I need to play that game again.
The only reason why there was another Sharla is because the dimension split. She made Kid, who's also Sharla.
Or a clone of Sharla.
Or Sharla.
Her herself. I don't fucking remember.
I think it was like...
No, it was a clone because it was a baby. It was a baby kid. Discovered by Luca.
Right.
Got you now, but fuck, I missed.
But they even admit that it's a sequel to Chrono Trigger because they have the images of Chrono, Marley, and Luca at the end explaining on how the reason why everything's happening is because Lavos, everything they did, Lavos split off using the dimension split to survive because they killed him. And that's why they had that's why everything was going down the way it was.
Well... Okay, so we're getting technical, whatever, yeah, it's a sequel. But it doesn't mean... It's a good game. It's a good game, and it does not...
It
doesn't deserve the bashing that it gets.
Yeah, it does.
No! No way! It's a great fucking game.
They could have done a lot better with that game.
I think they did just fine with it. I think they did just
for
fine.
something that had the Chrono Trigger being a Chrono Trigger sequel and being Chrono Cross or whatever with Chrono in the thing.
In the title, right.
In the title, with what they delivered, people expected Chrono Trigger quality, which they did not deliver.
Okay, first of all, it's impossible to improve upon perfection.
Then keep on perfection. But I still don't think Chrono Trigger is perfect as a 10-0 game. 1-0 game. 10-0 game. 100!
Yes!
It's over 100!
100 out of 100. 10 out of 10. Best game ever. No, I think it's damn near perfect. I think it's about as perfect as a game can get.
You can think that, and you'd probably be pretty close, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people would disagree.
Sure. That's what makes gaming awesome, because people have their own opinions about good and bad shit.
Right.
But
exactly.
What game would you say is better than Chrono Trigger, for example? Or is more perfect than Chrono Trigger?
More perfect than Chrono Trigger?
Yeah.
As far as like an RPG or just in general?
Let's start with the RPG genre.
With RPG genre? I honestly would have to say Final Fantasy VI is better.
Ooh, I like the taste. I also like the way you taste.
I know you do. You were greedy last night.
Jesus, Clark. Oh, fuck you, chill penguin. Chill the fuck out.
Mid-air shot.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah, 6 is amazing. It's definitely my favorite Final Fantasy game.
One thing I will say that Chrono Trigger did better than 6 is, but it's just based on how 6 is made, is character interactions in Chrono Trigger were definitely a lot better. Just the individual stories of Chrono Trigger was better.
I agree with that.
6, just the overall world story was better, not to mention just the world exploration.
Yeah.
And 6 was better. And I understand why they did it with Chrono Trigger, just based on how the game is made. Mm-hmm. And it works out. It's just that was the big thing I had with Chrono Trigger. Why I didn't like it as a perfect game is that I wanted more areas to explore. And it had the world map, but the whole point of the world map was just to fucking go to one dungeon after another. There wasn't really any real exploring.
That's true. But the whole thing about the exploring, though, was being able to explore... Well, I guess that's kind of a flaw, too, because All right. I was gonna say being able to explore the same area in different time periods is that's the whole exploration of that game. That's the whole gimmick, I guess you call it.
Well,
but even then, it only really applies to 600 AD and 1000 AD. That's the only time periods that are similar.
That
have the same.
That match each other. That have the same map. And even then, sometimes you don't know when you should go back to some areas and go back and forth between them because you don't know what you have to do to trigger a change in one of those areas.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, a lot of it was trial and error.
True that, yeah.
So, I mean, like a good example, like when you're doing the Rainbow Shell side quest.
Yes.
It took me a while to figure out that one because I didn't know what I had to change to go back and do that. And there was also the one where it was the triangle barrier.
Oh, the pyramid thing?
Yeah, the pyramid thing. You had to go and do a certain you had to go. If you went if you went all the way to the past and opened it up, you didn't get a chance at 2 accessories because you had already opened it and you couldn't do it again. So what you had to do is you had to go to the present, open it there, and then go to the past and open it again, and then you could get 2 accessories out of that.
Wait, the pyramid had two treasure chests. One's a weapon, one's a
accessory
helmet, I believe.
Or a helmet, yeah.
In the past, you can see the pyramid, but you can't access it.
You can access it when Pinnock gets all his power back.
Yeah, in 1000 AD. But in 600 AD, you see it on the map, but it's covered by forest. You can't get to it.
I'm pretty sure you can get to it.
Oh.
I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I played Chrono Trigger.
It's been about a year for me.
But I'm pretty sure you can get to it.
I don't know.
You could be right. I don't know. But it's just one of those.
The one thing I remember about going to the past and opening shit. Yeah, I think maybe you're confusing it with this. There's certain shit that you can open, like those black boxes that you open dependent.
Right.
That the creepy music have faces on and shit.
Right.
You can open them in 1000 AD, but they give you armor, but they give you shit armor, or not really shit armor, but shitty compared to what you could have got. And if you open that, if you check the chest in the past and then leave it there, and then go to the present and open it, then they've upgraded.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Like they're all the different elemental vests upgrade to the elemental armors. Like the red vest upgrades to the blue vest.
Right.
The red vest, the red armor, blah blah blah. You know,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Dude, I don't know, fucking Sub-Tank. I do love Chrono Trigger though. This is an amazing game. I wish I had it for the SNES. I've got the iOS port. I've got the DS port.
Also, a game I really like as far as RPG goes. I don't know if I like it better than Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy VI, but I remember loving the shit out of it. Breath of Fire 2.
I never played Breath of Fire 2.
Oh, Breath of Fire 2 is really fucking good.
You should get it. I think it's on the Wii U store.
It probably is.
I think it was just released actually. That's why
you're thinking of it. It's a really good game. I love Breath of Fire 1, 2, and 3.
I only played 4.
4 is
probably the weakest in the series, but that's the only one I played.
Definitely one. Well, Dragon Quarter is definitely the weakest in the series.
Is that a PS2 one?
Yeah, that's the PS2 one that was like, oh god, the idea behind the game was kind of cool,
yeah.
But the execution of it and the fact that you have a time limit to fucking beat the game.
Oh, fuck that. Not in an RPG, y'all. Not in an RPG. Don't do that shit.
Yes, you have a time. After you get to a certain point in the game, it gives you a timer, and it's basically you transforming into whatever the dragon is, and the world ends, or whatever. I can't remember what it was exactly.
Oh, jeez.
But it's like you get a time limit, and as your percentage builds up, as soon as it hits 100%, game ends. And you have to reach the end of the game before that happens, but then you'll get into like certain situations where you have to fight monsters. Yeah. And while you're fighting monsters, it goes up faster, and then you can access the dragon form or whatever, and it goes up even faster while you're in the dragon form fighting.
Oh, shit.
And you have to do that sometimes because there's just things that are just that deadly. What the fuck are you doing?
Waiting for you to stop talking about Breath of Fire so we get in the episode. See you next time, guys.